So here's the first look and initial review of the 2013 Jetta GLI Autobahn that my sister gave me for my birthday. It's her old car and she got something else, so now this is mine, and we're going to look at it real close and fix it up. What's the difference between this one and my current gray Jetta? Well, if my gray Jetta were Mitch McConnell, this would be Mitch McConnell with a boob job. In 2013, the GLI Autobahn was the coolest Jetta you could get, and this one has every premium option on it. I'm not sure if it's the early or late model 2013. The difference is major in that the early model ones had a timing chain tensioner issue that could be potentially catastrophic, meaning your timing chain would slip off a little bit, and then it's an interference engine, so if the timing's off even a tiny moment, the valves slam into the pistons and destroy the whole engine. The older ones had a MAF sensor, so I'm just going to look for that, and if I find it, then I know what it is. Now, my sister owned it since it was new, and she's not really the type to drag race or anything, so the car is bone stock. It hasn't been messed with, but there are a few things that have been ignored during maintenance, and I think that's nothing against her. She's just a normal person, and most people don't care. They go to the dealer, and the dealer's like, that'll be 10 grand, and you're like, no, and you just leave. The first major problem is the suspension. It's completely shot. If you go over a speed bump, it sounds like an old lady crying, so we're gonna have to solve that. New struts, the end links, the bushings everywhere, it needs to be redone. The engine needs a full tune-up. It has the original spark plugs and everything in there at 91,000 miles, so it's also been run on 87 octane gas, even though it's a 2-liter turbo engine that's a bit wound up. That definitely needs premium. So we're gonna go in there and clean it all up and put the proper fuel in there. The power kind of comes on a little hesitantly, and I think that's just because it needs a tune-up, new fuel, and a new battery. On the exterior, the paint looks great overall. Yeah, there's some patina up front, and I think one of her drunk friends keyed the side of it or something at one point. It's fine. We'll clean that up. The trunk lid doesn't stay open. I'll fix that. And then the driver's side mirror flops all over the place. That needs to be replaced. There's gotta be a way for me to do that side mirror because the dealer wants $1,100 for it. Probably because they have to rewire it, and that's a pain in the ass, but we'll figure that out. Now on the inside, it also has all the cool options that I'll probably never use, like Bluetooth and a sunroof, and the interior is black pleather, which I like, and it's relatively clean considering she had a 2-year-old back there. The total bill's around 8 grand, and then once that's done, we'll take it to Good Speed, and they will flash the ECU for another 100 torque and 80 horsepower. Now, on older cars like an MR2, if you want another 80 horsepower, you have to start swapping out parts. This car can already do that. You just have to tell it to. It's a German-designed car built in Mexico. So the car's attitude is exactly like that, where one day it's all, hi papi, and then the next day it's all, Nein, cabron! So you have to kind of balance it out and be real ginger with it, because you never know when she's gonna snap, but it's exciting while you have it. I think this car will be excellent once you put literally like $8,000 to $12,000 into it, which any car should be awesome at that point, but I feel like this one deserves it because it's a premium model. I like it as is. Once it's all fixed up and it's the way it should be, it's a great car that you keep long term.